Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am on this side of the bar, the other side of the bar. Now they always say, don't they, if you own a pub, you don't really want to be on the wrong side of the bar doing that. Now if I owned a pub, look at the ring, I've got my glasses back so you can see the ring light in my glasses, but it don't matter. So if I had a pub, which I sort of have down here, I always find I'm on the other side of the bar, which should be the right side of the bar, but the thing is I'm always serving myself drinks, so it doesn't matter whether I'm on this side of the bar or the other side of the bar, I'm always serving myself drinks. But I've got some new bar stools and they twizzle and they're comfy and they've got a back, so I thought to myself, rather than standing behind the bar, I'll talk to you from this side of the bar and you get another little perspective of the Spencer Arm. You see the telly up there, the lights reflecting, you can see the live, laugh, love sign over there, the cushions, and the handmade table down there. Look at that. Anyway, that aside, I've got a very, very special beer tonight to bring to you guys. Now, I've just took it out of the fridge. I know nothing about it other than my good friend Kyle from the Beer Bros Reviews. Now, they're not on YouTube. They're on Instagram. So if you check them out, Beer Bros Reviews, and I will tag him in this. I will put a picture up of their Instagram page, and also you will probably, if you search through my videos, you'll see I've interviewed him and spoke to him. He's a lovely lad, Kyle, absolutely fantastic, and he sent me this beer. Now he sent it me a while ago and it's been sat in the fridge. I've been waiting for the time and the place to bring it to the channel. So this is a triple IPA coming in at 10 of your percentages. Yes, alcohol 10% by volume. Okay, so drink fresh, store cold, as you would expect with a tipper, full of hops. Eldorado, Mosaic, Simcoe and Strata. So we're going to expect some pininess in there. We're going to expect some tropical fruits, some berries, some stone fruits. And also from the Strata, which I've actually just researched because I couldn't really remember, you're going to get some cannabis and sort of dried chili pepper flavours out of that. Strawberry, passion fruit, melon, gives way to layers of ruby red grapefruit, cannabis and dried chili peppers. Now, I didn't really want to sort of look, but I did at the same time because I don't want to swallow this down my neck and miss out on, miss out on it because I've drank it too fast. So I almost wanted to just, I know what Eldorado gives, Mosaic and Simcoe, but Strata, I'm a little bit green with that. Anyway, a collab between Polly's Brew Co and Northern Monk, Flutter and Fade. Now the thing is, Northern Monk blow hot and a little bit hot and cold. They do some classic stuff, but they've also dabbled in some stuff not so good in my opinion. But then again, my faithful Etherard's Brewery, who I love to bits, if you're going to be brewing lots of different beers, interesting beers for the many, there's going to be some that's not going to appeal to all. But you know what? Even those beer is subjective, right? So people know me and I talk about beer a lot and we get into it. It's almost like a lot of blokes talk about football. I'm not really a big football talker. I talk about general crap and beer. So at the minute where I'm working, there's quite a lot of beer gurus there. But at the same time, they look at these type of beers that I show them and they'll go, God, you need to take that back. It's all cloudy, look at it, it's gone off. They just don't know these craft beers. Now, the actual nose on that is unbelievable. So a danky beer, as spoke about, sort of really means that being dank, the aromas fill the room, like gas, a little tiny bit of gas can fill a room, can't it? Bottom burp gas, you only have to do a little bit and someone over there goes, whoa, you let one go. Might have done. But anyway, so dank to me, as it's described, is when the aroma fills the room. But I have a different description of dank. Yes, okay, I agree with that. But dank to me, I find, if I'm talking in a Leicester sort of like way, we have all different stupid types of slang and things. So if I just naturally went, before I even researched the word, It's really dank. I just imagine like a bowl of overripe fruit that's just sort of fermented itself and just gone completely and utter, like saturated and fermentable. And the yeast that's flying around in the air and the skin off the fruit is just sort of like overripe fruit. So beautiful looking beer in the glass. So absolutely fantastic. Now, the Snowy Whitehead is what I expected with a quality beer like this, and it is moving slowly. I'm actually starting to salivate now, thinking about the first sip on this beer. Right, so let's get a nose on it first and see what it smells like. It smells beautiful. It smells absolutely beautiful. I would love to be a fly on the wall when these two breweries get together, because they're two very different breweries in my opinion. They really, really are. And so it's so nice. I love it. The love that is shared between all these breweries and how they do the collabs and everything else. It's what's been sort of needed, because, you know, Polly's doing a collab with Northern Monk is going to get people talking about Northern Monk, and people who like Northern Monk, it's going to get them talking about Polly's. So it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. But anyway, that smells absolutely delicious. It smells really fruity. It's got a really nice orange aroma. I can't believe how in many orangey sort of flavours that go through my nose, I can pick up so many different orangey flavours. When people talk about mango in beer, I struggle with that. I've ate loads of mango. You probably heard me speak about that. I ate fresh mango daily to try and really school myself into it. But orange is so many different types of orange. That's really orangey for me to start off with. A little bit danky when I swirl it round. Oh, a bit malty as well. Oh, I can tell that there's going to be some nice balanced flavours in it. Anyway, stop waffling, start drinking. Right, here we go. Speno waffling into Speno drinking. Cheers, everybody. Oh, you know what I'm saying. Oh, excuse me. That wasn't the beer's fault. Oh, that is fresh. That is fresh. That is like fresh. Oh, wow. What's the, oh God, 24th of the 3rd, 25. So we've got loads of date on that. Oh, wow. So what are we getting in that? That's such a fresh taste. It's beautiful, that is. Oh, the mouthfeel is phenomenal. Take it from me. Never crush a beer down your mouth, especially a beer of this quality. Never just put it in your mouth and drink it. Never do that. Never, ever, ever. When I do these beer reviews, I sort of like shy off some of these the gifted beers, because I don't want to be throwing it down my neck. But also, what I want to do is I want to waffle on about it. So I want to drink it. I want to get through it. I want to discover everything that's in there, and I want to let you know about it, so that you can appreciate the fact that, you know, it's worth buying these quality beers, because they ain't going to be cheap. I don't know how much this cost. It was a gift from Kyle, which is highly appreciated, highly appreciated. Yeah, so I don't want to throw it down my neck, and you shouldn't neither. What you should do is, because there's only 4 and now been told a 5th sense on your tongue. So you've only got salt, sour. This ain't going to be salty, and there's no sourness in this, right? So them 2 flavours on your tongue, waste of time. Then you got bitter. So okay, if you're going to have any bitterness in this, you're going to get a bit of bitterness. So I tend to get any bitterness comes on the back of my tongue. and I've not got that back of the tongue twinge with this. So there's no real, at the minute, there's no real grapefruit bitterness or anything like that, or any kind of bitterness. What there is an absolutely phenomenal, pillowy, soft mouthfeel. It almost tastes lactosey, almost tastes like Track do a gold top range. It tastes smooth like silk, like that. Oh my God. But anyway, yes, so you've got salt, sour, bittersweet. So you've got some sweetness in this beer, and you've got a tiniest little bit of bitterness. But then where are all the other flavours coming from? Well, I'll tell you where they come from. They come from your senses of your nose. So what you've got to do is you've got to get this beer on your tongue. You've got to keep it in your mouth. You've got to let it sit on your tongue. That way you have to breathe through your nose. As you swirl it round, sits on your tongue for a minute, you breathe through your nose, and that is where you get picking up the flavours. You smell and your taste work together in harmony. So just letting this launch down your throat is not going to give you all the full flavours. It's not going to give you the mouthfeel. What you need to do with these beers are naturally carbonated. I can wholeheartedly say that. I can tell the difference between a beer that's got infused carbonation or a beer that's the carbonation of this is completely natural. Completely natural. It almost, get out. There's a fly who wants to come in and drink my beer. Get out. It almost turns into cream in your mouth. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. I can't imagine. There's probably oats in this, like bags of oats. Let's have a look what's going on here. Beer ingredients, water. Yeah, oh, right. This fly is getting on my nerves, and I ain't got my fly spray down here. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, so here we go. Gluten, malted barley, oats, wheats. Now, I think there's bags of oats in this. Absolutely bags of it. Hops, yeast, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so there's no lactose in this, or it's not saying there is, but there is bags and bags of oats in this. There's got to be, because it's so creamy. It's got that lovely, creamy, oaty mouthfeel, really soft and beautiful, brilliant head retention. It looks pillowy soft in the glass. The 10%, it's well hidden. There is a slight spice about it, very slight. Not getting any like the cannabis that they say, or any of that sort of like skunkiness, like that type of thing from that Sabro hop. But when they're talking strawberries and passion fruit seems to be lending itself to a lot of these beers these days. You know, that passion fruit taste, definitely. Melon, there's probably melon in there, yeah. Now, ruby red grapefruit. I mean, okay, these are all flavours that are said, but regardless of what the hop profile tells me that I get out the hops, I'm not just going to go, oh yeah, red grapefruit, yeah, I can taste that. Because a lot of the times I've had tasting beers that don't even mention that this should be there. The taste shouldn't be there according to the hop profile. But if I get the taste, then it's there. Don't ever be afraid to drink a beer, pick up a flavour, say that flavour, and have 20 mates who you're with turn around and go, nah, mate, I ain't got that. Because if you've got it, you've got it. There is absolutely thousands and thousands of aromas and tastes and things in beer. And honestly, you know, if you hold your nose, you can bite an onion, can't you? And apparently not taste it because of your nose. And that. So whatever you get, whatever you smell, you imagine how many times you've been out and you go, oh God, oh, something smells nice. What's that? And you go, someone go, oh, it's liver and onions, isn't it? And you go, no, it smells like fish and chips. Like, what? And you're worlds apart, because that's what you get and that's what you smell. So that's what you should take. Never ever drink a beer. Never look at the hops and go, right, I've got to taste this, got to taste that, got to taste this. Never do that. Never do that. That's why beer is an experience, and that's why it's interesting. I'm getting Oh, there's like a florally freshness there as well. It's getting better and better. It's getting more palatable now, like more, it's showing its colours to me now. That's so refreshing. I can't believe I'm drinking a 10% triple IPA, which is refreshing. You know, I mean, this was really cold. I mean, my fridge is down to sort of like about 3 degrees. Perfect for this beer. I've got to say, what is really amazing about this beer, aside from all the so well balanced flavours, oh, bitter. So okay, so the orangey flavours, the orangey smell that I was getting or whatever, now is starting to come through. Now it's coated my palate, gone through my nostrils, coated my palate. There is that orangey sort of pith running through. I tell you what, it's got similarities to Verdant's My Second Rodeo, and honestly, last night I daren't put it out. I might do put it out, but you'll have to trust me. I get more and more drunk. So, like, I had the triple IPA, the putty, I had the normal putty, I had the My Second Rodeo, right? Because I found out they were going out of date, and I've got to have them. And I did all three together, and they just took. So I will put it out there. I will put it out there. But this has got a similar sort of like saturation hop flavour as what Verdant do. Verdant are fantastic at saturating the hops. Polly's don't normally saturate the hops as much as this, but I feel what they've done is, well, in my opinion anyway, I mean, that's in a good way. I'm not saying you've got to saturate hops, because it can be a bit too overpowering. You can get like a hop burn, and you don't want that. But what I mean is, Polly's to me tend to just get what they need out of the hops, give it like a nice freshness, a nice fresh taste. And they don't really go like too far into really squeezing the tea bag, if you know what I mean, really squeezing it. But I think they have with this. But what they've done, I think they've saturated the hops really well, but they've blended them really well together. I'm not saying Polly's as well. Polly's and Northern Monk. Sorry, I do apologise. It's because I'm looking right at the Polly's here. So the Polly's and Northern Monk, literally, I've done something with the hops, saturated them all out, blended them all together, mixed them all together to make a really well balanced beer with the malts that are in here, very sort of pale malts I would imagine in here, coming through to just give a little bit of sweetness to balance out that big hop crash. Very lovely orange pith coming through. Yeah, I get that a lot now. I can spot that a mile away. This is a real, yes, a real sweet orange pith sort of taste without it being sweet, over sweet. Do you understand what I mean? It's like if you have an orange or like a gorange. So you know how they're sort of saying about this, this red grapefruit. Yeah, like a gorange. That I'd call that is that a gorange? It's a grapefruit that looks a bit like or it's got that. It might be that, like a gorange. So, but you're not getting the bitterness from the grapefruit, but I'm getting sort of like the sweetness. Like if you have an orange and the orange is sweet, but if you have orange juice, it's a bit over sweet. So yeah, there's a lot of orange pith and orange sweetness coming through here. Oh, this is a magical beer. It really is. I can't believe this is the sort of beer. This is that good, and the 10%. God, I don't even know where they're hiding that. I don't know where they're hiding that. You know, it's needed to be this strength to give it that level of malt profile, to be able to give it that level of hops. So to give it such a high hop profile, you've really got to balance it with a good level of malt sweetness, and that, like, means high ABV. But honest to God, this is so well balanced. This is so unbelievably well put together with the hops and the malts that this is probably one of the only 10% beers that I could drink this and think to myself, oh, I've got another one in the fridge. I'm going to crack that open again. I enjoyed that. Normally, when you've had one of these beers, you don't really want it again straight away. But this has gone down so well and so easy. And it's so smooth. Oh, it's a frigging brilliant beer. It just, I don't like giving them out too much. I don't like giving it out too much. I nearly dropped the glass. And I don't normally hand it out. I don't want to hand out the Speno 10 out of 10 like that all the while, because sometimes I do hand it out a little bit too readily. But I've got to say, so Polly's and Northern Monk, massive big up to you guys. Massive shout out to Carl at Beer Bros Reviews. Please go and check them out on Instagram. And I wish they had a YouTube channel. I really wish that they would. But like what Kyle says to me, he's not one for being in front of the camera. It's in. But yeah, seriously, if this is still available and you can go and get it, or you can find it in a bottle shop, I suggest you go and get it, because this is an absolute hashtag Speno Waffle 10 out of 10 beer. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. It is on the same level as the hyped sort of putty range beer, where the hops have been very well saturated but then well balanced as well. So yeah, it's freaking good quality hop saturation, hop mixing. You know, you can't just chuck hops in and expect it to, oh, we'll chuck that in, that'll be, oh, chuck that in. You know, it's not like cooking, is it? Where, oh, a bit of this, bit of that. You can soon ruin it. You can soon ruin a beer. And I ain't got a clue about beer chemistry, but I just know that you can't just chuck anything in beer. To get it this balanced and this well put together needs skill. So bless you, Polly's and Northern Monk, for that. Right, I'm going. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Oh, remember, live, laugh, love. Stay safe, everybody. Much love. Speno.